She then links it directly to foreign policy, specifically Palestine.
Okay, how does she connect Mamdani to that?
She highlights that Mamdani is not condoning the genocide in Palestine. That's her term. And that he opposes what she describes as Israel perpetrating crimes against humanity and systematic ethnic cleansing for the last 75 years.
Those are very strong accusations she's making there about Israel's actions.
Extremely strong. And using those terms really frames Mamdani's stance as she presents it as a kind of clear moral opposition. She adds that any person with a drop of conscience, humanity, or sense of justice couldn't support such horrendous atrocity, in her words.
So she sees Mamdani's position on Israel-Palestine as another reason these elites oppose him.
It seems so. She goes on to argue that Israel's ability to hold the U.S. and make it almost a puppet state, as she puts it.
How does she explain that influence?
She attributes it to a combination of factors. The powerful Zionist lobby, AIPAC, other pro-Israeli groups, and also what she calls the military-industrial complex.
A familiar term.
Right. And in Amitola's view, these groups have consolidated their collective power to pressure the government.
To serve whose interests?
To serve these elites, these vested interests and special interests, ultimately sabotaging public interest. And Mamdani, she argues, is fighting against this whole interconnected system.
So if we sort of zoom out, how does she frame the significance of his campaign overall?
She frames it very dramatically, actually. It's a David fighting Goliath scenario.
A classic underdog story.
But, she adds, with many Goliaths, Goliaths that are thousands of times more powerful. So the odds, in her view, are stacked incredibly high.
And what does she see as the potential outcome? What's at stake in this fight?
Well, she argues that if Mamdani actually wins in November, it would prove something huge.
Which is?
That big money in America cannot manipulate, cannot dominate, and cannot destroy what America stands for. She suggests big money and big lobby will bow down before the collective will of the people.
That's a massive claim for a mayoral election.
It is, and she puts it starkly. If he's defeated, America will be defeated.
Wow. And the flip side, if he wins,
then she believes it could trigger a paradigm shift.
A paradigm shift? How so?
By encouraging countless young people who are bright, who are dedicated, who are sincere, who are frustrated and absolutely disgusted with their government, to actually get involved, to run for office themselves.
So a signal that change is possible, that politics doesn't have to be this way.
Exactly. A potential inspiration for a new generation disillusioned with the status quo.
Does she offer any historical context for this?
She does, yeah. She draws a pretty sharp contrast with past American leaders. She mentions Woodrow Wilson, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Okay.